Hello everyone. Today we're gonna break down one more corporate pop track, analyze it. I consider it as a classical corporate track, and I will explain why. So just have a listen it, and then we will see what inside of it. Okay, take a listen. Okay, this is it. As you may see and as you may hear, it has like some uplifting, inspirational, motivational, encouraging vibe. So it's more like inspirational corporate track that a regular business, promotional, marketing, social media track. So it's more like little bit different angle, little bit different color in terms of emotion, but still it, as my opinion, I consider it is a classical corporate track because it has everything you need for corporate music. Okay, let's start from duration. As you may see, it's around 200. It's around 2 minutes 30 seconds. So it starts from here. It's around 2 seconds. Okay, approximately it's 2:33. So, as my experience and opinion, this is a perfect duration for classical stock corporate music. Okay, let's break down the structure. As you might see already in my previous videos, that this structure is also as a classical. Okay, we have 8 bars. Intro, just short introduction, just to catch attention. Okay. As you just started, main hook already have to be present. So we just start with piano and harmonics, and then I constantly add some new elements, some tracks, like put it in present. For example, I start edit kick, but not like strict kick. I started it, do it with a filter. So as you might see it here, the filter goes like this. You see? The kick like opening, constantly and slowly opening to show you and to comes up as to main theme, which you will hear next. Okay, already you better have the full groove and the full spectrum of colors and emotion. You have to present from here. You have to present to your listener or what you have already and what you're going to develop next. But here in this particular moment, I would better strongly suggest that the listener already have some imagination and some how to say some notion what this track is going to be about. Okay, let's have a listen further. Again, I add after 4 bar I get some new nuances, some details, for example snaps. Okay, and now like full motion, full density sounding music, because this part is already like you have most dynamic and most attractive in terms of attract attention of your listener. So here you have to be like this is the most dense part of your track as you just started. Okay, as you just started. Can see and catch this uplifting, upbeat, motivational, inspirational vibe, and he has to decide whether he like it or no. So as you might see, for piano, for example, we just had it chords. Before we had just chords, which is good, and it's like have side chain pumping effect, which is catchy and attractive as well. But then I changed it to make it more like danceable, make like more groovy, more staccato, more sharper. So it adds some groove, adds some rhythmic element, it adds some dynamic to this corporate track, because as I told you before, this is not like normal background business promotional advertising. This like more like lifestyle adventure, but still it's in a corporate range spectrum, but it has like little bit combining some elements, some styles, some colors, and I decided to put it like this. Okay, we just listen these 8 bars, and then again I make it more tense, like to do it to force little bit in the next 8 bars to bring like some more energy. These strings add some higher uplifting energy, as you might see. And I also put piano theme in higher register. To make it more diverse, make a difference, so that listener cannot be bored and okay, I heard it already, 8 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars, okay, it's enough, I'm bored, I don't need it, and he skipped and go to list any other tracks. So you better change and you better make some small details to catch attention, to make it more diverse and more dynamic and flexible. that's it for main part, for main theme. After this, if listener come to this point, I think he already liked the music, like the track, like the vibe, and he wondered what is going to be next. So next, I would strongly suggest you to do like drop, to just have a rest, just remove all the tension, all the dynamic, and just make it more transparent, more easy, laid back. For example, I just my piano remains, but I made like different piano, like more airy, more softer, and also I use filter, as you might see. Yes, it's not here, it's in Nexus. No, wrong, I didn't use filter, I just used soft piano. Yeah, this is a different preset. This is grand piano soft, yes. And I didn't put on a filter because it's already soft. So, and as you can see overall in mix, it sounds like this. Okay, to compare this piano, let's have a listen. Okay, and this one. Yeah, it's like easy, soft. Okay, kick drum. Here I cut low the punchy part, and it sounds softer and quieter. So to reduce the dynamic, to reduce the volume, to the reduce tension of the track. I used one trick here. To be honest, I use a string, the one note, which is go increasing volume constantly, and it takes your attention. It's pay attention to this, like you already like it already caught you. So for example, let's have a listen. Just one note goes up by volume. So it still has some focused vibe. So let's have a listen one more time. Okay, I also use filter, and the kick drum goes like this. It starts like soft. Then what we have next? Filter goes down. And kick drum constantly fills with punchy, with low frequency pumping effect, and it's like comes up, lifting up to the next part. Okay, next part will be like build up, but still it comes from the drop. So you don't have to be like very sharp and strict and do it like immediate changes. No, almost it's almost invisible changes, like constantly building up. Okay, this synth element going up by cutoff. Okay, let's have a listen. Okay, step by step, it having more higher frequencies, it's become more sharper, more brighter, more colorful. So it's increased focus, it increased attention, and you just feel like what is going to be next. Okay, it's like catching your attention, and it's good for this kind of music. Full stop. This is effect. This sound effect, I use it regularly because it's worked perfectly, and it can add some more flexibility for editor. For example, he won't cut like from here, or it just like break down the whole picture. It comes down, it boils down to like full stop, immediately, suddenly stop, and then like a boom, like impact. Yeah, so you just take attention, you held it in your hands. Yes, and as I told you before in my previous videos, if you didn't see it, please check this out, check it out. So this is the main part of your overall track, the whole track. This is like second main theme, the second dynamic part of your track, but it has to be like the most higher in terms of dynamic. So you better put all your hard work, all your instrument, all your imagination, but not too much, because as we talked before, this corporate music has to be background music. It won't take all the attention from the speech or from the content. For if some content creator, for example, do some advertisement, so it has to like add value, add color, add background atmosphere, but it won't take the whole attention from the content of the, for example, advertisement or video, and you just listen the music. So you skip out everything what just said in video, but you just listen to music. No. So it's like when you have experience, when you have like much more time to invest and explore this kind of music, you will feel like the balance, the norm. So this is the most dense and dynamic part. Let's have a listen, and I will break down next. This is the second part. Okay, what we have here, we have all we had before in this part, for example, but I add some strum guitar, which add some colors. It adds some pop vibes, add some like groove, some natural sounding acoustic guitar, which is attract attention as well. This is popular trick. Okay, what I add more? I added this guitar. No, this. Guitar fuse. Yes. Okay, I added strings. This is my best library, Orchestra Essential. You can fit it for every style of music. It sounds perfect. Project 7. Okay, and what else? Yes, I add some pad to make it like to add some airy vibe, airy atmosphere. some little bit lower register pad. The second part. What we have in the second part, I added some piano, but in previous 8 bars, piano was in lower register. Sounds like this. But here I upper it in 1 octave up. Yeah, as I remember. Yes. I also added strings. So, as I may see, I start to feeling all the spectrum, all the register, all the diapason of frequency from 20 Hz till 20,000 Hz. So it's much better to have like all your spectrum filled with sounds. It's sounds dense, dynamic, and it's like feels like how to say, yeah, more like dynamic, like you're feeling all the spectrum, and your ear perception, like feeling joy and happiness, because it's not like listening, for example, just bass or just some higher strings. It's like all the spectrum, feeling all your hearing, like vibration. Yeah, it sounds a little bit complicated, but I think you understand what I mean. You have to constantly, in all your arrangement, you have to constantly and very intelligent and very, how to say, strictly to feel all the spectrum in, I will show you what I mean. Spectrum from 20 Hz till the end, from 20,000 Hz. So you have to feel everything properly. So it's not gonna be like only hear music or only hear music. It's gonna be like mono, but you have to feel it like double, triple stereo effect. So for most dynamic part. Now it's ending, outro. We have 8 bars and maybe 2 or 3 bars, as I told before, just like final chord, final ending, to like make it full stop. To make it different, to make it more diverse, I added just some themes, plug themes. It goes like this: arpeggio, it has panoramic effect. It goes from one ear to another ear, so it's good because if you already tied from here, because it's like you already feel all the joy, all the inspiration, all the motivation. You already know when it finish. And here you have like some, I call it bird effect. Okay, intro is simple. You just remove some instrument. For example, I removed kick. I remove some drums, because you don't need here a groovy elements here. So groove, you remove just groove, put it down, and just as well as you can hear, I remove sidechain effect. So it's not so punchy. So it's less boiled down to the outro. It comes down to outro. So the ear already can have a rest. It's already get what it needs, and you just go fade out. can see, I use high pass filter to fade it out. Sounds like this. How it looks on EQ, I will show you this example on piano. Okay, we have piano and it go fade out by cutting high frequency. As we may see here. Okay, this is actually it. I will show you one small detail which I like. It is like experiment. It's like guitar. Sound is great. Yeah, you just need to every time to make some changes, little details. Sometimes you think that nobody can hear, nobody can notice it, but when you got more experienced, you will notice that all the changes, all the small details make sense. They play game, so better to use it. But as just for started, use it. It's simple. Just make some changes in melody. Just make some changes in rhythm or harmony, or make some chords little bit shorter. So make bass lines without like long notes, but make it shorter to make more groovy. Some small changes, but not like ridiculous, not extreme changes. Just constant small. Sometimes it's very subtle, but it has to be. It's better for editor, better for listener. It can add more diversity to your mix. It can add more colors, and it won't be boring music, because as you just started, or maybe average listener can see that sometimes it's loop. It like feels like boring music, just going over and over again by round. So no, you don't want to be like this. You don't want this kind of effect. So better just make some small changes, subtle changes. Okay, mixing. We just break down the structure. Mixing tips. I always use two main tools for me. This is a EQ. I use stock Logic EQ, very simple, and also I use compressor. Very easy. As you may see in my shorts, I always cut off the low unnecessary like just signal which is not audible, so you better cut it off. It's like a garbage. It can disturb and spoil your mix at the beginning when you bounce all the track in one, and it can lower your flexibility in terms of when you work with dynamic and master track. Okay, what I do this. Okay, we have harmonics. As you see, I just cut down the low frequencies, and that's it. Okay, this is it as you just started, and it's already it. And I also use compressor. As you might see, this arrow not increasing below -5 dB. So it's good for overall compression when you got all your track compressed. If you have over compression with all your tracks, at the end you will have like over compressed mix without any dynamic changes and dynamic diversity. It will be like huge EDM music with constant dynamic, with constant loudness. You don't need it, because you need some dynamics and diversity in terms of volume. Okay, I will show you next. This is Omnisphere. This is jazz guitar fingers harmonics preset. I use it as is without any changes. I just put it on the track and play around with it. That's it. Same. Firebird. Okay, same. Let's see what I have in mixing. I cut off low frequencies and I just decreased this diapason, this 4 kilohertz, because it sounds a little bit crunchy, little bit like noisy. So I put it a little bit down in terms of when you do some changes in EQ, do it a little. You're not gonna do like this. No, it's not gonna work. You do a little, just a little, to have some subtle effect, because when you do overall mixing and if you do extreme settings with your EQ, it's gonna sound a little bit weird, if say less, or some how to say extreme and experimental, some how to say unpleasant. Okay, the better word, unpleasant, and maybe unprofessional. Okay, so Firebird, we have, okay, compressor, same, just a little bit, just a little arrow comes here and it's already great. Okay, it has some punches, some compressed effect. You feel like some compression in your ears, but just a little bit. Okay, this is Firebird. You already knew it. This is very popular guitar in corporate music and stock music. Every content creator, I mean every music producer who produces corporate music already, I think, use it many times. Okay, piano Nexus. As you may notice, I prefer the like retro style because it's very useful in terms of working with knobs, with twisting everything, like make some changes, because it's very convenient and cozy. So you can just use classical, regular. So there is a modifier. You can use it here. You can twist knobs here, but I also do this, but sometimes I prefer like a retro style because I use all factory presets, which sounds a little bit retro, so I use a retro style, but it's not necessary. Okay, same. Cut low cut. That's it. This is it. As you might see my previous video, I told you that I like using this effect, this punchy overcompressed effect when I apply it for piano instrument. For example, you see this arrow comes up even till 10. Because it's filling out all the spectrum, it gives you the color, the great color of inspiring color. It feels the harmonic spectrum. It feels like the vibe. So I sometimes use this effect, but I only use it on piano when you need to feel like harmonic spectrum. You feel the harmony, you feel like the chords. Okay, this is it. As you might see, I also use OTT compressor. It's great, freebie, absolutely free compressor, and it was always free. So it has some also crunchy, sometimes a brighter effect in terms of compression. Let's have a see. Just regular the depths, just work with the depths. I put everything as is, as default settings, just twisting this knob, depth. Okay, this is it. Okay, what next? This is also Nexus piano, Nexus. Hollywood string is a default strings, Hollywood strings. I also regularly often use this, the same. Power kick, this is just sample from here, sample from loops. I just cut off and just inject just the kick. Okay, it's look like this. Just the kick and just loop it, make it loop. Okay, kick, harmonics. Yes, I use Evolution Steel Strings, perfect acoustic guitar in my opinion. I made so many tracks by using this guitar. Perfect, sound great like a live guitar, so I strongly suggest you to purchase this one. Okay, what next? This is the Thins. Yes, this is a Spire. I also use Spire, just the factory content. It has lots of sounds, as you might see, basses, drums, effects, keys, leads, pads, plugs, everything you need in one package to make it sound modern, to have all the necessary things, sounds, so perfect things as well. Strongly recommend. What next? Nexus, all the Nexus drums. I use Jumped Nexus. This is hi-hats. Yes, all drums Steve's hi-hats. What next? This is also Nexus. Warm mutes B. Okay. What next? Nexus pad as well. What next? Pad, snaps. And all the noises crashes coming, whether from a loop section or I just make it myself. For example, I just can use some crash. Not just okay. I will show you what I mean. Okay, just for example, I just have some drum kit. For example, and I need to put crash in here. Just a moment. Okay, crash. I just make it like this. I just record the crash. Okay, like this, and then I just make it like this. Save region as audio file and delete this track and just put this audio file in my timeline, in my production, and that's it. All the sample comes like this. For example, we have piano, reverse piano. I just okay, I will show you maybe in next video how I do this. Very easy, very simple. So this is it in terms of plugins and mixing, mastering. Okay, let's go to mastering. It's very easy process. What I do when I master my music, first of all, you have to put equalizer and just cut it till 20 hertz, just to like to do it like how to say, like a stock move, because you don't want to be something below this 200 hertz. Okay, just this is it. Ozone 12, I use it at the beginning. I just put AI analyzer and then I twist and I play around with these settings which already made by an AI. So I just add some, for example, I can add imager, or I can add here bass. I like it, bass control. Yeah, I just twist with it. There are many presets already made by sound and audio engineers, so you can use it. You just twist it. You can make some changes and apply to particular track which you're mastering in now. And what else? I use limiter just to put at the end. I put it as default. I don't use any presets. Put as default and just make out selling minus 0.1, and here as well the same settings. Okay, that's it. And sometimes I'm just check levels, true peak and RMS. This is a stock Logic VST plugin. So I use it just to check if my meters are all okay. As I told you before, the perfect meters in terms of dynamic and mastering your corporate music is RMS between -8, -10, and the true peak is up to -0.1. This is like perfect setting. It has some space, for example, for to compress if some audio editor put it to advertisement or TV, they need some space to make it more flexible, to make it like a little bit more dynamic, so just make more compression or more limiting. If you do like a huge compression or huge mastering, it can be not so flexible in terms of editing further your music. Okay, this is it. I think this is the most the longest video lesson in terms of time. But anyway, I think it will help you. I think it's useful. Please like or make a comment if you like it. Thank you for your attention. I hope this helps you in your growing, in your production, in your beginning. And do not hesitate ask a question if I see your question, some question valuable. I can make some video, I can make some feedback and answer a question in video format. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a great time. Bye bye.